Hello there. This is my first video on this channel. Uh, and as you can tell by the title, we're gonna be ranking the first jump of every tower in Ring 1, which is a stupid idea, but I don't know. Okay, let's get right into it. Okay, our first tower is not even a tower. All right, that's gonna wrap up not even a tower. Overall, um, I think this first jump is very great. I mean, it's such a simple, easy jump to start off the game. So yeah. Alrighty, so the first jump of Toast is this. Alright, so that's gonna wrap up the first jump of Toast. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent jump. It shows you a little bit of a slope mechanic, which is important in a tutorial, so yeah. Alright, here we got Tower of Anger's first jump. I'm not gonna count this truss. So yeah, let's just walk over here. And that's the first jump. It's a pretty good jump. It's kind of easy though. I would expect something a little harder because this is the second level in the game. But still a pretty good jump. So yeah. Alrighty, here's the first jump of Tower of Madness. Alright, so that's a pretty good jump. I like the little difficulty spike it adds, like a 4-stud jump. We haven't seen anything like that, which I expect for a medium tower. Especially the first one in the game. So yeah. Alright, here's Tower of Noticeable Infuriation's first jump. This is a newer tower. But yeah, that's the first jump. It's a 5-stud jump, so I mean, pretty easy, but it's a step up from Tower of Madness's first jump, and I think. Alright, well, this is the first jump of Tower of Heck, which is A, the first tower in the game, and B, the first tower of the intermediate tower section. So let's see this. Alright, so overall, this jump's kind of difficult because you don't have anywhere to really land besides on these couple studs. So definitely adds a difficulty spike compared to the last tower. So Okay, here's Tower of Killjoy's first jump. It is just a simple jump up to a ladder, but I mean, it's pretty it doesn't really have much difficulty, although I like how it introduces the idea to like jump up to a truss or ladder. So yeah, it could be a little harder. Alright, here is Tower of Keyboard Yeeting's first jump. Alright, so overall, this is definitely a step up from the previous towers, as it is the first difficult tower in the game. But I mean, what, 7-stud jump is a pretty difficult jump for this, but what I would expect from a difficult tower. So yeah. Okay, so here's Tower of Stress's first jump. This is definitely a step up in difficulty because, well, I mean, that jump is not easy for a beginner. So, what I would expect in a high difficult tower, which used to be challenging, but they lowered it. But yeah, honestly, this is a really, really good jump compared to the other towers. So, alright, Tower of Screen Punching has 4 different first jumps, so I'm gonna go through them all now. Alright, that's all 4 jumps, and honestly, this is probably the best one so far. I love the variety. The option to go your own path is absolutely a beautiful message, and I think the tower captures that through these jumps. And honestly, I couldn't think of a better way to do this. It's a really, really perfect way to like introduce a tower. Next up is Tower of Rage. Let's just get this over with. Absolutely terrible jump. Nobody likes this tower. You reject. All right, the next tower is EToH. That is the first jump. Overall, I expect a little more from an intense tower, especially the first one in the game, but it's not a bad jump. It's all right.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
all right, here's the first jump of Cole's. Ignore Dislux in the background. Okay, this jump is absolutely beautiful. It introduces the idea of going up a slope and jumping onto a spinner, which is not in any of the other towers. So honestly, I think the way they executed this is perfect and a great introduction. All right, here we have EToH. This jump is a pretty hard wraparound, but it's perfect for a starting jump of a Remorseless. So I do really think this is a great jump to add into this tower and a great introduction to the Remorseless difficulty. All right, the next tower we have is Thanos Tower. Overall, these jumps are amazing because there's two different paths you can go, similar to Tower of Screen Punching, and I love it whenever you can do that. So, I think it's a great introduction because of the difficulty of these jumps for the first soul crushing in the game. So yeah, I think these jumps are really fitting. And that's the end of the video. Sorry that this is stupid. Like I said, I'm gonna be posting stupid content. You could just expect it from me. Make sure to check out the other creators on this channel because I'm not the only one. This is the first video I posted on here, like I said in the intro. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting better content than this, hopefully. No, I'm definitely not gonna be. But yeah. Okay. Bye. Okay, as I'm editing this, I realized I cut myself off so much.